that bus. I ain't talking school. Harleys in the drive. Couple Chevys too. Fuck a number one. We the hardest too. Yeah. Butter like cocoa. Chevy on the block with the peanut butter polo. Yeah. Looking like a hobo. Shirt like a rag, but a low-key mogo. Yeah. Funk by the boatload. Trunk full of knock and a fist full of Rolo. Yeah. Show sold out. Got a video on deck, but I put her on hold though. Yeah. Got nowhere to go, no, ain't nowhere to go. She running out solo. Yeah. Got her tied up like a rope though. She saw me in the lights like a po-po. Yeah. She was looking so-so. Took a hit in the creek, she's so-so. Yeah. Took another shot, I could throw her in the Jeep. I was playing for the keep like a goal
You
pole.
mad at me about something? Yeah, I don't know you nothing. Nah, standing on the edge of a cliff that you can't climb, quit bluffing. Take a dive in these dangerous waters, we too deep to be touching. Gonna come out cussing with your head busting till your mama check for concussions. I don't mean to be aggravated cause you hating on me, got me agitated. I'm the last one that should be isolated as a sellout because I finally made it. Same guy for the money, same goon with the bag. Check the stripes, you know I sacrificed to get all the shit that I had.
Alligator boots, Stetson on the roof, jumping off that bus. I ain't talking school. Harleys in the drive, couple Chevys too.
Yeah.
Fuck a number one. We the hardest too.
Is it shallow if I'm talking deep pockets? Going back to rapping about my street topics. Plug, baby Johnny Socket ending up back on that court docket. No, not me, no, never that. Unless you shoot first and I'm shooting back. Came from the flame, but I grew from that. Used to be on fire, now I'm a cooler cat. Don't get confused, I'm still a carnivore. Answer back with more than what it's calling for. Better hang it up before it's off the hook. Get your car cleared, that's an awful look. All it took was a taking nail. Now your mama crying, gotta make a bail. We all love to win, but we hate to fail. You fake as hell, scared to break a nail. Oh bitch shit, can I get a witness? Heard you knew a few whole crew be snitching. Hit you with your own fist, hit your bitch. Now she telling me all of your business. That slick shit you be rapping. As my kids say, you just capping. I'm Paw in a short bed with a long mag hanging at the ass of this dragon. Ain't sad to say that I'm happy. You mad to hear that I'm good. You upset with my upset only cause you wish that you could. Alligator boots, Stetson on the roof. Don't be dying over nothing. Baby, we the living proof.
Alligator boots, Stetson on the roof, jumping off that bus. I ain't talking school. Harleys in the drive, couple Chevys too. Fuck a number one. We the hardest too. Yeah, I took 3/4 out of my back pocket, bought a rubber just so I could say out loud, motherfuck, all of you fuckers. Pick up a brick and I kick it through windows, send it through individuals, standing against and I'm a criminal. Fuck up a syllable, fuck up a black pen and a link in the sick clock and a shit, gotta go get a crew. So plunge them out, water them down, flush them out. Bitch ass rapper, what you talking about? Got a bunch of rider boys that's jumping out. My box Chevy pumps, I'm steady crunk, I'm ready pump. Bitch, speak your mind, I tell you what, boy, I'm a nut. Just like a cone drop from a pine out in my zone, yeah. I'm a 9, yeah, that's a prime. I got some clones, but not a swine, no. Not a pig, no. Not a one up on this rhyme, boy. Cut your teeth, boy, I'm a wolf. Boy, you a niece, boy, you a sheep. Boy, you a cheap source of the meat. Boy, you the beef. I just popped a Zenny bar, drank 2 shots of Ben we call. Poppy like an athlete, chewing air, tappy jaw. Fireworks is popping off, point or mortar at your broad. You ain't gotta run, homie, but you better take your mate squeeze, baby, please, bitch, please take hold. Alligator boots, Stetson on the roof, jumping off that bus. I ain't talking school, Harleys in the drive, couple Chevys too. Fuck a number one. We the hardest too. Alligator boots, Stetson on the roof, jumping off that bus. I ain't talking school. Harleys in the drive, couple Chevys too.
And I got some pretty amazing shit to tell you though, right?
We the hardest too.
So who you're seeing there, that is Yellow Wolf and Struggle Jennings. All right. Now, Struggle Jennings is actually the grandson Waylon Jennings, all right. William Harns, 41, known as Struggle Jennings, the grandson of instrumental rock guitarist Dwayne Eddy and country musician Jesse Coulter, and step-grandson of Waylon Jennings. Interesting, eh? Interesting. Anyway, I came through to tell you guys that Andrew Tate has been released from a Romanian jail. I know, me too. I feel you, Gino. I feel you on that. The song is hard though. The song is very the song's hit. The song hits hard. But Andrew Tate, you may see this start to make the rounds of the news. Andrew Tate was arrested, put in a Romanian jail, okay, for sex crimes. He has now been moved from the jailhouse detention to be in, what is it, house arrest, home detention, they may refer to it as. But remember he was getting roasted because he said, ever since he's been in jail, he grew a whole full head of hair. And that's just not exactly the case. It's still quite thin up there at the top. Quite thin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if he did it. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. Dude's very controversial, and he has, to me, comes across as a chauvinist, as a male chauvinist. I'm gonna be honest. He just comes across as the type of dude that he's got some real freaky shit about him. What's really hurts, what's really just sucks about him though, is he shows off all these cars and all this stuff. Just think about it though. He got it off the backs of women. True. I mean, it's true. He got it off the backs of women. He does not respect women at all. And those Bugattis and all those other cars that he rides around, he got it off their backs. Now, I have no reason not to believe the women who said that he was basically holding them hostage and forcing them into sex work. Matter of fact, see, this is where Andrew Tate fucked up at. This is where he fucked up. He decided he would bring an American girl to Romania and then try to hold her there against her will. You see, Andrew Tate made a whole business of this. He made a whole business out of this sex work thing. Okay? But Bucharest Court of Appeals has ruled in his favor, and his brother. Very controversial social, media influencer or whatever. He spent 3 months in this Romanian jail on suspicion of organized crime and human trafficking. He won his appeal along with his brother, requesting to be moved to house arrest. The Bucharest Court of Appeal ruled in favor of this, which challenged a judge's decision last week to extend his arrest for a fourth time for 30 additional days. Andrew Tate, age 36, is a British and United States citizen who has 5.4 million Twitter followers and who was initially detained in December in Bucharest, along with his brother Tristan and 2 Romanian women, Nagel Georgiana Manuela and Radu Alexandra Luana. They have all denied the accusations. All 4 won an appeal this past Friday and will remain under house arrest until the 29th of April. Neither of the 4 have been formally indicted. Andrew Tate's communications director, Matia Petresca, told Sky News, quote, "They are not a flight risk and they are not a danger to public safety. Therefore, authorities have decided to release them under house arrest," saying that the Tate brothers were absolutely ecstatic and that they kept their spirits in jail. They are really thrilled and looking forward to being at home, and they have kept their optimism throughout. Now, this former professional kickboxer and, by the way, self-proclaimed misogynist who has lived in Romania since 2017 is banned from having an account on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for violating rules on dangerous individuals and breaching hate speech rules. He was suspended from Twitter in 2017, but allowed back in November 2022. He has also repeatedly claimed that Romanian prosecutors have no evidence and alleged their case is a political conspiracy designed to silence him. DCOT said in a statement after the December arrest that it had identified 6 victims in the human trafficking case who were allegedly subjected to acts of physical violence and mental coercion and sexually exploited by members of the Tate group. Also, Romanian authorities seized goods and money worth almost $3.25 million from Andrew Tate's compound, including a fleet of luxury cars. The ones that, he was threatening Greta Thunberg. Oh, what is it? Greta Thunder or Thunberg or however you say her last name. And she said, good. Let's tell someone at smalldickenergy.com. She had the best comeback ever, man. smalldickenergy.com. Does Andrew Tate give you guys small dick energy? Because I kind of get small dick energy from Andrew Tate. I ain't even going to lie. He does give small dick energy. But speaking of small dick energy, let me tell you about Donald Trump, all right? President Donald Trump, all right, is expected to surrender Tuesday. He is expected to surrender Tuesday to authorities, all right? He was indicted by a New York grand jury, the first time ever in the history of the United States of America that a current or former president, United States president, has been criminally charged with anything, facing, I read, around 30 counts, felony, financial, fraud. They're coming with serious charges. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has been investigating Donald Trump's alleged role in a hush money payment scheme and cover-up involving adult film star Stormy Daniels that dates all the way back to the 2016 presidential campaign. Donald Trump is expected to appear in court on Tuesday for his arraignment. His attorney said he plans to file substantial legal challenges. The former president has repeatedly denied wrongdoing in the matter and accused Democrats of targeting him politically. Trump had been bracing for this indictment as early as this past March, when he said in his social media post that he expected to be arrested within days. In his post, he appealed to his supporters for action, writing, "Protest, take our nation back." Now, Michael Cohen was filmed leaving the Manhattan courthouse on March 13th after testifying before the grand jury, saying that, quote, my goal is to tell the truth, the former Trump attorney told reporters before testifying. My goal is to allow Alvin Bragg and his team to do what they need to do. I'm just here to answer the questions. Donald Trump is currently running for president. He wants to be elected in the next presidential run, okay? And I believe this is going to absolutely hurt his chances. This is going to force the Republican Party to, well, what should we say? Pick a side, okay? But it has been said Donald Trump is saying that he will not accept a plea deal in this indictment, and he does plan to take it to trial, baby. So, speaking of small dick energy, I just wanted to kind of give you all an update there on Donald Trump, who it looks like he is going to fight this thing. He is holed up in Mar-a-Lago as we speak with no passport, okay? With no passport. Not to mention the fact that Donald Trump also has to speak All right. To all that classified material that was found in his in his in his Mar-a-Lago office. He's already been commander in chief, and he failed miserably at it. Oh, wait. Check out this video that I've got. Shout out to my subbies of Andrew Tate arriving home after getting released. Hold up, y'all. Shout out to the subbies who sent this over to me. Andrew Tate being released from this Romanian jail with what he says, quote, a full head of hair. He says he's got a full head of hair, y'all.
Freedom at last.
Mashallah, brother. Mashallah.
A little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year, so it's a little bit emotional. I want to give respect, firstly, to the judges who heard us today, because they were very attentive and they listened to us and they let us free, so I have to give absolute respect to them. I have no resentment in my heart for the country of Romania or for anybody else. I just believe in the truth.
It was political, so.
I believe in God, and I think that the fire of truth will eventually destroy all lies.
Inshallah.
Lies in a long enough time.
Inshallah.
I believe in this. Yeah. I truly believe that justice will be served in the end. There is 0% chance of me being found guilty of something I have not done. I maintain my absolute innocence, and I think most people understand this. And I look forward to being hung. So thank you very much.
However, 6 people, okay, are standing by to testify in his human trafficking case. Well, you're right. It is a state case. That is correct, It is a state case. You're absolutely right about that. Don't forget about the other investigations that Donald Trump is currently involved in. And that's the thing, right? They will get him on the state case, even if they tie him up legally to fight him in the state case. The whole point is to break him down. All right. Eventually, they'll be able to leverage these other cases on him. Donald Trump is as crooked and as corrupt as they come. And we should pray that he does not get back into the White House after what he did when he lost it and stormed that Capitol. Let's not forget that people lost their lives that day because of Donald Trump, while he stood behind this really thick, bulletproof glass. Anyway, an article that I think that you all should absolutely check out when you get a chance is the one The Guardian did on Andrew Tate. I want you to hear this for a sec. Andrew Tate says women belong in the home, can't drive, and are a man's property. He also thinks that rape victims must bear responsibility for their attacks and dates women aged 18 to 19 because he can, quote, make an imprint, end quote, on them. These are all according to things that Andrew Tate has said. This British-American kickboxer who loves to pose with fast cars, guns, and portrays himself as a cigar-smoking playboy talks about hitting women, choking them, trashing their belongings, stopping them from going out, saying, quote, it's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her by the neck. Shut up, bitch, end quote, he says in one video. Acting out how he would attack a woman if she accused him of cheating. In another, he describes throwing a woman's things out of the window. In a third, he calls an ex-girlfriend who accused him of hitting her, an allegation he denies, a dumb hoe. Andrew Tate's views have been described as extreme misogyny by domestic abuse charities, capable of radicalizing men and boys to commit harm offline. But the 35-year-old is not a fringe personality lurking in an obscure corner of the dark web. Instead, he's one of the most famous figures on TikTok, where videos of him have reached 11.6 billion watches. tips at LeakYou.com, Gino. Send it over there, tips at LeakYou.com, or the Discord, discord.gg/LeakYou. Now, Andrew Tate has styled himself as a self-help guru, offering his mostly male fans a recipe for making money, pulling girls, and escaping the matrix. Tate has gone in a matter of months from near obscurity to one of the most talked about people in the world. In July, there were more Google searches for his name than for Donald Trump or Kim Kardashian. This, by the way, they say this rapid surge fame was not by chance. Evidence obtained by The Observer shows that followers of Andrew Tate are being told to flood social media with videos of him, choosing the most controversial clips in order to achieve maximum views and engagement. This coordinated effort involved thousands of members of Andrew Tate's private online academy, Hustlers Academy, or what is it, Hustlers University, and a network of copycat accounts on TikTok that have been described by experts as a blatant attempt to manipulate the algorithm and to artificially boost its content. In less than 3 months, the strategy has earned him a huge following online, potentially made him millions of pounds, with 127,000 members now paying $40 a month to join the Hustlers University community. Many of them young men and boys from the UK and the US.
I have to risk my life to protect her. So when someone doesn't break in the house and I ask her for breakfast, I expect it to be made.
You cannot stop. You cannot give up. You're in the most fantastic place on the planet for making money, Hustlers University.
The only person who can ruin that is you. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain. And if you only exist amongst the money, you're going to end up with some money. Welcome to Hustlers University.
Do you think that women are property?
I think my sister is her husband's property, yes. When a bride is walking down the aisle to marry the groom, the father walks next to her and gives her away.
You cheated. You cheated. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her up by the neck. What's up, bitch?
All of us right now on a plane and that plane crashed. We're in a survival setting. Who do you think you're gonna put in charge? Us boys? Or you girls gonna say, I'm in charge of everything? No, you're gonna say, boys, hell, you're gonna put us in charge. And if you didn't, we'd all die.
This I expect it to be made. I'm not sending her to fight. It's my job, right? I have to risk my life to protect her. So when someone doesn't break in the house and I ask her for breakfast, I expect it to be made. Cannot stop. You cannot give up. You're in the most fantastic place on the planet for making money, Hustlers University. The only person who can ruin that is you. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain. And if you only exist amongst the money, you're going to end up with some money. Welcome to Hustlers University.
Do you think that women are property?
I think my sister is her husband's property, yes. When a bride is walking down the aisle to marry the groom, the father walks next to her and gives her away.
You cheated. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her up by the neck. What's up, bitch?
One day, a woman's going to stab him one time in the chest. And he's going to be a dead motherfucker. I get it. Women and men all have their places and everything. Who has time for this? Honestly, today's day and age. Who has time for this? Who has time for that? If you're a woman, you can get out there and make your, live and survive on your own. Like, why would you willingly put up with some dude like this, some misogynist? I wish the fuck I would. I understand there's a place for men and women in this world. I get it. And I think the mix of what's the energy, the female and male energy is a bit off these days for a variety of different reasons. But, I mean, I am a bit kind of old school, but I ain't that goddamn old school. I think of, it's just, just flip the roles, reverse them. He wouldn't want a woman cheating on him, right? Would make him feel a certain kind of way. I don't understand why that's got to be such a difference between men and women. I just feel like if you really find someone that you really care about and you love and care about that person, you just won't do shit like that. But then too, you can do amazing things and be there for people and, show them a whole different type of lifestyle and all sorts of things, and they'll still spit in your face. Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, right? Shit, I'm 70s. I'm old. They'll still spit in your face. Yeah, you may have showed me, and gave me this and tried to do this, tried to do that, but it's not enough. I want to know what it's like to fuck, that one, this one, and that one still. I want to know what it's like to have more than one girl. Or the girl, right? I want to know what it's like to be fucked by 2 men at the same time. Wow. One dick ain't enough. What was it? Somebody was talking about women wanting trains ran on them. No, I think it was Sco. I was watching Sco the other night, right? It was like, be honest, women. Be honest. How many of you women really, really want, 2 dicks or maybe even 3? Like, goddamn. No woman should be admitting to that at all, okay? That's just not a fantasy a woman should be, like, admitting to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I don't know. I think men kind of feel a certain kind of way. But then there's lots of porn where they do that, right? 2 men are bang. Well, that's probably intentional, right? I don't know. I don't watch it. But Andrew Tate was involved in the sex business before he went to jail. And these women were basically held hostage, Gino's like, no, tell it all. I don't know. There's just something about that. If a woman was like to say, yeah, well, let's have a threesome, me, you, and another woman, I think for some reason men would be more attracted to that. Obviously, probably because it's 2 pussies in their face, right? Instead of another dick. But let a woman say, yeah, I want me, you, and Big Dick John over there. I think men might feel a kind of way about that, I'm gonna be like, oh, she's it's just, I think, just normal, right? It's kind of a normal thing, I think. But nah, this dude here is small dick energy. All right, this is a great example of small dick energy. Okay. I mean, just look at him.
So when someone
He's not even all that
house and I
cute,
ask her
really.
for breakfast, I expect it to be made.
Not even all that cute.
You cannot give up.
That is
You're in the
small
most
dick
fantastic
energy.
place on the planet for making money, Hustlers University, and the only person who can ruin that is you. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your
Looks like he's on cocaine right there, right? Eyes bucked out.
You're gonna end up with some money. Welcome, Hustlers University.
Do you think that women are property?
I think my sister is her husband's property, yes. When a bride is walking down the aisle to marry the groom, the father walks next to her and gives her away.
Hey, you cheated. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch!
He obviously has a lot of maturing to do, right? You can't just do that, man. Listen, he's never going to tell you the full secret of his strategy, right? Damn, that's a lot of goddamn dials on that plane, ain't it? Jeez. That's a lot of dials. Damn. And honestly, like, I wonder how much of that money he even has at this point. I mean, his fleet of cars were taken, all that sort of thing. I question, is he even going to go back to Romania after this? Will he even go back?
Who do you think you're gonna put in charge? Us boys? Or you girls gonna say, I'm in charge of everything? No, you're gonna say, boys, hell, you're gonna put us in charge. And if you didn't, we'd all die.
Hold that thought just a sec, y'all. Hold on a sec.
Alright guys, so first video stuff came out of Andrew and Tristan Tate leaving jail. And let me tell you that, they look really not in the best shape. One of them become financially free, joined the real world led by Andrew Tate himself. There's actually not a lot of time left. And if you put in the hard work, you will not be disappointed by the results. Check the first link in the description. Alright guys, so as you can see right now on your screen, it's Andrew and Tristan Tate getting escorted, and my friend recorded some bits with audio where you can hear them talk potentially. And yeah, this is absolutely crazy. Yeah, guys, leave a like on the video right now, subscribe with notifications for the latest updates regarding the Tate brothers. But yeah, just check out this video.
Good luck, Tristan. Good luck, Andrew. I love you, Andrew. Okay? God bless you, Andrew.
I just want to say that the judges today made the right decision. I respect what they've done for me, and they will be vindicated in their decision because I'm an innocent man and I can't wait to prove it.
Love you, Andrew.
Love you guys.
Like Karim, bro. Top G. Love you. We love you. Domnul avocat, o declarație. We love you. Continuăm sperați și ne-am așteptat la această decizie. Vorbiți mai tare. În continuu am așteptat și ne-am rugat pentru această decizie. Mi se pare o decizie legală, temeinică și corectă. Cam atât avem de spus la acest moment.
Exact ce au voie și ce nu au voie să facă băieții în perioada.
Deocamdată ca interdicție este să ia legătura cu celelalte părți din dosar, cu martorii din dosar și să nu părăsească domiciliul fără înștiințarea organelor judiciare. Cam atât. Nu avem motivarea deciziei, motiv pentru care nu știm dacă există și alte interdicții.
Potrivit unor surse, domnule avocat, vor urma și alte audieri în perioada imediat următoare.
Nu vorbim despre asta.
Tristan, Andrew, what are you planning for tonight?
Mergem acasă.
Andrew,
here.
When I was in jail, I focused on doing push-ups and reading the Quran. When I am home, I will focus on doing push-ups and reading the Quran.
Mashallah! Long live the Top G! Top G! Top G! Top G!
Andrew, let me shake your hand, please. Hands are full, my friend. Oh, sorry. I respect you. Thank you very much, man.
I wish all the best for you.
Alin?
Da.
What was the time spent in the jail, Andrew? How was it like in jail?
Sit in jail.
Is this not ridiculous, you guys? This is pathetic. Why does he look at all these goddamn press?
I love you.
Look at this. I love you. Who is this guy? He rose up from the. He hasn't did anything. He's done nothing. Wow.
The best.
Shout out to Brazo.
The absolute best. Love you. Where is Stai ușor.
Okay. Yeah? Yes. Thank you.
This is wild that Vice did this.
This place is...
It's wild that Andrew Tate allowed Vice to do this. How cocky are you, man? That's crazy. Why did you think Vice was going to do a positive coverage of you? Like the arrogance, the ego. Oh my Lord.
Gee, come back in. Show them how scary you are.
Is this the normal level of
Oh my God, that's a beautiful dog. Oh God.
This is the normal level of security at my house every day. I am prepared for all eventualities. It's better to be paranoid.
In canon shot. I love that. They're like, I'm prepared for all eventualities. Like the rise of 1453. We are in Romania after all. Who knows if Tate Sultan Mehmed might make an appearance with his cannons. We must make sure, alongside Vlad Dracula Tepes, to defend the sanctity and safety of Christian Europe.
Not the white dude clamming.
I kind of like cars.
I can tell, yeah.
World title belts. I was 4-time kickboxing world champion.
And what's this painting over here?
That's my brother.
Hi, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. I'm Matt.
Georgia.
Georgia, good to meet you. What are you up to, Georgia?
Oh,
Working.
isn't she also? She's also in jail, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is the. Am I mistaking it with someone else? I don't want to like accidentally say that. I think he was like, whoa. By the way, why did he grab him?
Working.
Okay.
This is
The woman I'm trying to speak to, Georgiana Noghill, would also later be arrested.
Yeah, this was his like girlfriend / assistant / the Ghislaine Maxwell of the situation.
With Tate in December,
Georgiana, 2 coffees, please.
accused of assisting him in his human trafficking operation.
Hey, how's it going? Hi. Hey, how are you? What are these guys up to?
Conquering the world, my friend.
Through what means?
I run Hustlers University, which is now currently the biggest online educational platform in the world. We've grown extremely fast. 110,000 students inside of a year.
Hustlers University. Hustlers University. Hustlers University.
For $49 a month, Andrew Tate's online Hustlers University promises to teach his millions of...
Bro, motherfucker said, I'm a Discord mod, and I got my Discord mods on the job, working
followers
hard.
the secrets of modern wealth creation, from crypto trading to drop shipping.
No big deal, just the biggest online school in history.
Is this a sharp sword or is it kind of a decorative sword?
I did a Tate speech about why I have this sword. A Tate speech is like my YouTube channel, Tate Speech.
Yeah, yeah.
And I talked about how the #1 problem with the world is that not enough men walk around their houses with swords.
Mm-hmm. That's up there for sure.
Because if more men walked around their houses with swords, so many of the world's issues could be fixed. But you have to extrapolate it.
Okay.
For example, so the woman panics, she sees something on TV, the man comes home, she's like, oh, we gotta start wearing a mask, da-da-da. If the man walked around with a sword, and she's like, put a mask on, he'd be like, I'm brave, I don't need a mask, I'm a commander. Fuck you. It's just a...
It's funny because it's like the material possessions make the man is ever present even in this argument. He's like, yeah, I'm brave because I have a sword. Bro, are you 12? What happened? Did someone knock his head so fucking aggressively that he like is permanently 12?
Symbol of empowerment. You got your sword, your wife starts talking, you're like, shut up, I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook.
Andrew's unashamed, misogynistic, and violent views so far seem to match his YouTube persona. But to find out how he's translated those into viral fame, I accept an invite onto the Tate Brothers podcast, Emergency Meeting, which is also a chance to get acquainted with his brother Tristan.
Andrew's invited his mate on our show without my consent. I'm just going to have to bite my tongue and listen to you guys talk most of this emergency meeting. Otherwise, I'm going to walk off.
Matt, can you introduce yourself? Tell them about your singing career. Tell them where you're from, etc.
Yes, so I'm actually not a folk singer at all in the slightest. No, sorry.
What? Are you calling my brother a liar?
You lied to me.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the clown that hides from gay people? Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen the clown that hides the gay
So
people.
you've never seen him?
No. Is he here somewhere?
Strange. Well, yeah, he's right here. I see him.
I see him.
All right, let's be nice to our vice friend. So let me be nice to him before he does a hit piece.
This is definitely a hit piece. I've warned my brother that this is a setup, and this is what everyone.
I don't care. I'm uninterested. I've clearly conquered the internet. I'm clearly unstoppable. I'm like the
Womp womp. Turns out Tristan is right. Of course it's a fucking hit piece. Why did you think that you were going to be able to like overcome this? Especially when you've done so many awful things, dude. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. 77K Andy? No, he's not. That's not real. It's on Rumble. That's not on YouTube, by the way. It's on Rumble. So bullshit.
The board.
You've invited the liberal news media to come.
They can all come. Just because I'm wearing a gun, I'm violent. Is that how it is? Just because I got knives all over the table and I'm a kickboxing world champion, I'm violent.
If you are wearing a gun and you have knives, that does make you a little bit violent.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Makes me security aware.
I don't want to sing a song.
I haven't
Sing like you promised.
It's a
You
setup.
think I won't kick Vice out of my house. I think
a few more minutes, or we're done with it.
No, you can sing now or you're off the pod.
During an ad break, Andrew breaks character.
30-second break. Chat shit. Another 5 minutes and we'll get you out.
I like to break character at top of the hour ad breaks as well.
You can talk shit back. You can annoy us if you want.
Don't worry.
Miss Melzy, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
We've had a long career. We have to do our normal broadcast.
Okay.
Kick him off.
Why hasn't Vice released his info before it feels too late? What do you mean? This is a documentary that takes a long ass fucking time to put together. If anything, they probably rushed it because Andrew Tate went to prison. This is a 45-minute piece that like required their fucking journalists to go to Romania and embed with the sex trafficker cult. If anything, they literally released it earlier than they normally would have because he's in prison. You know, this is like Vice at its best.
Off the pod. Cool, man. Have fun, guys. Yeah.
Bro, this is going to be the worst documentary about us.
What they gonna say?
I don't know.
He has lots of cars and money. All the women love him. He's sexist. Oh no! Please don't put that on the internet. Who cares? Right? Whatever.
Within minutes of being on their show, the Tate content machine snaps into action.
Aiden, Mike.
Wow, already.
You promised to sing to me. If you think I won't kick Vice out of my house, you can sing now or you're off the phone.
Tate Brothers embarrass Vice reporter.
Actually, I take that back. I want to make sure that my army is fighting, ethically and following the
18,000 likes. Loads of videos every single day. Right in the description of his account, it says, looking to level up your life, start here. It's a sign-up link to the Hustlers University. Another account. And again, a link to the Hustlers University. He's got a...
For those who say Tate's the loudest person in the room, not the smartest. Yeah, no shit. But never forget, most people are incredibly dumb, okay? Myself included. So if you want to hit the largest, broadest fucking possible audience, yeah, you got to dumb it up. You got to be dumb. The fuck do you mean? That's what dumb people like. Dumb people like fucking loud motherfuckers who are just like, I'm dumb, but I'm confident.
By financially incentivizing 110,000 students to share his content online, Andrew has essentially built an army to make him rich and famous in a very short space of time. And he's tactically avoiding the impact of social media bans because it isn't Andrew himself posting, it's his legion of fans.
All I'm doing is saying that the shit that everyone thinks isn't allowed to say. So that's the reason I'm all big on the internet.
I'm starting to wonder whether he's just a living meme.
You're a loser because your mentality is loser.
Do I believe the 110,000 number? No. I've said this before. I think his Discord was botted. Do I think that he had a lot of people in his MLM scheme? Sure. A lot, like more than one is too much in my opinion. But no, I don't believe that he had 110,000 $50 a month paying members. No. It's because it's $50. Like if it was $5, I would believe it, but $50, I don't fucking believe it. Think about it this way, dude. XQC serves 70,000 people on average every fucking day for 13 hours. And his subscription count, think about my subscription count. And that's $5 or free with a Twitch Prime.
Zarish.
Some kind of viral marketing campaign to swindle money from confused young men.
You never had the life I have, ever.
Or if he really believes what he says.
All I am offering is the truth.
It's like he's corny, he's a goober, and then also at its worst, he's a alleged rapist and a sex trafficker, right? But outside of all of that, he does have a personality. He does have a stage presence. If I'm looking at it as like pure entertainment, and especially because like a lot of people do look at it as pure entertainment because like they don't even comprehend the impact of his words or they agree with him. I understand why people like it. Like he is a showman. Well, not alleged rapist. I mean, he is a rapist. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I said alleged because, like, I don't know why I said that, actually. Well, I guess that's a spoiler alert a little bit if you're just now tuning into this documentary. Yeah, he is a perfect wrestling heel. Perfect wrestling heel.
Andrew first appeared on our screens as a reality TV star.
Neki Stranak, thank you for the 5.
I've never been in a situation in my life so far in my 21 years where I really want something and didn't get it.
He had found an arena where controversial personalities thrive.
I had to manipulate a lot of people to win.
But something happened when Andrew was on Big Brother, one of the biggest reality TV shows of all time.
This is Big Brother. Due to
Why did
events
Aiden get
in the
banned?
outside world, Andrew has had to leave
Maybe they thought he was Andrew Tate.
the Big Brother house.
He was reportedly removed from the program when a video surfaced of him slapping his ex-girlfriend and then beating her with a belt.
I didn't say the word listen. Did I say listen? Did I say listen? Did I say it?
Public outrage simmered down after Andrew released a video of his ex, claiming it was all part of a so-called kinky game.
It was just pure game. It's just what we used to do.
But what the public didn't know, and what we can now reveal, is that around the time that Andrew was playing Truth or Dare in the Big Brother pool, the UK police had informed the production company that he was under investigation for 2 incidents involving other women. One of rape, and a further of physical assault. In May 2021, Tate made reference to his arrest in an appearance on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
I was like, who are you? And they're like, you're under arrest for a suspicion of assault of this dumb hoe. And I'm like, wait, is it dumb hoe? They didn't, but I'm going to protect her anonymity because I'm a nice guy. Dumb hoe.
During the same period, the Tate brothers were recruiting women for a webcam sex business and creating the first of their many online courses teaching other men how to do the same.
I am her everything. It doesn't matter if I fuck someone else because I'm her everything. She has nowhere else to go.
His pimping hose degree. Dude, he did so many fucking videos. Like, this is crazy. Like, he did so many videos where he's just like basically admitting to all of this shit.
It was called the Tate PhD, or pimping hose degree.
She was a fucking hoe, and I spotted it instantly because she didn't humble herself when she was supposed to. And I'm glad I didn't waste any more time on her because she's never going to be doing like my other girls do, living in my house, letting me fuck other women, remaining loyal, and bringing me coffees and doing as I say.
Andrew has closed down the pimping hose degree to focus on the Hustlers University.
Luke, your screen's compromised, yeah? So keep it super fucking vanilla.
But with a historic rape allegation in the UK, and the Romanian police now looking into him for rape and human trafficking, I want to find out more about his methods of recruiting women.
Did you at one point say that the girls who started as your girlfriends and then worked for the webcam industry, 100% of the profit goes to you?
I think in a lot of households in the world today, the man is in charge of the investments. I think that's not an uncommon thing. Tell me a view I have that you think is genuinely insulting or destructive to society. I'd like to hear it.
You prefer younger women who are 18 or 19 because you can leave an imprint on them?
No, when I say leave an imprint, I mean that.
Oof.
I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that, like, if I get her, I can brainwash her. I'm not trying to say that. If you meet a girl who's
just now realizing this motherfucker doesn't have a chin, he looks like a guppy fish. Just now you're realizing that? Brother, I guess that's how powerful, like, fucking a persona you put on can be.
Oh, shit.
Like, you know, even dudes in this community are like, wait a minute, like, I thought he had a chin this whole time. How the fuck did it take you this long to figure that out, man?
None at all.
Boyfriend. She's probably like a nicer person, less jaded, less upset, less suspicious.
So you like to be in a position of power?
It's not being in a position of power. It's about, I enjoy to show her amazing things. You're trying to attach things to the situation which aren't.
This, by the way, this argument that he made about like the purity thing was probably his most insecure. If you recall, he talked about how like he wants to be the first to show these women things and stuff like that, right? And it's like, it's so like a lot of people were focusing on how gross it was. Meanwhile, I was looking at something entirely different because it just basically showed how fucking insecure he is. Like, he's worried that someone else has like shown her a better time. Like, that's what he means when he talks about purity. He's just not a very confident person, not realizing that like, you know, they're with you for you and not because what you can show them. And it doesn't matter if they had experiences with someone else. They're having it with you now. Like, that obviously didn't fucking work.
Aren't true.
5 years ago, you said rape is a terrible
I gotta
thing.
pee, I'll be back.
But if you put yourself in a position to be raped, then you should bear some responsibility for that.
Okay, so first, we agree that rape is a terrible thing.
Have you heard the term lover boy before?
The lover boy method?
Yeah. Romantically involving yourself with a woman and then making...
Oh my God, bro, what? Wait, I gotta run this back. Hold on.
So I can get what I actually...
What did he say about the rape thing? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it because I was
in the eyes of
peeing.
men.
Point I'm trying to make is the best way to prevent yourself from being raped is to have a degree of personal responsibility and not put yourself in positions to be raped, as opposed to standing there saying that rape shouldn't happen because, or men raise our voice.
Wow.
You know what else shouldn't happen? Robbery. I want...
A lot of women that have been raped were powerless, literally.
the freedom to walk down the road with $1 million in cash.
Is it fair to compare the desire to walk around with £1 million in cash to someone wanting to just walk around their own city at night?
Well, female beauty is extremely valuable.
Why did he just say, no, I wasn't victim blaming, rape is terrible, but also like women are responsible for it in his description of why like he wasn't victim blaming? I mean, we know why. Spoiler alert and also trigger warning, but like you'll understand if you haven't seen this documentary yet or have been here for the past fucking month where I have covered this.
In the eyes of men who seek to exploit it.
I have seen this before, yes. He's not attracted to women.
Sexually beautiful women. I fuck them so they listen to me. So I can get what I actually want, which is not them.
Hassan, you're Turkish. Don't act like you haven't heard these things before. Hey, dumbass. I've heard these things both in Turkey and America. What the fuck does that change about anything? I don't get it. Like, does it make it automatically normal and cool when a Turkish person says it? Like, what is the argument here?
It's a means to an end. Every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do.
Have you heard the term lover boy before?
The lover boy method?
Yeah. Romantically involving yourself with a woman and then making money off of her in some sort of sex adjacent industry.
Firstly, I would call the webcam industry far closer to psychology than sex. The webcam industry has prevented more male suicide than any group of therapists, any action group, any charity ever would, right?
Is that true? How can you measure that?
Well, it's not about measuring, it's about my personal experience.
One of the concerns that people have about that method is that
let me correct you, because I'm a professional.
Is that it's similar to, or people might consider that a form of grooming.
Okay, so I'm a professional, so I have to change what you just said. I have to at least challenge you.
Oh my God, he's fucking, dude, this is it. One direct question falls apart. Even he is not so fucking stupid that he doesn't recognize that like what he is being questioned right now is unironically what happened and what he has done.
On it. Nobody's concerned by anything that happened 10 years ago when a bunch of girls got rich. There's not a single female complaining.
Do you think there's not a single female complaining?
Have you seen one? Tell me.
Andrew says no woman has complained about him personally. He won't let us speak to the women who work for him. So for now, it's difficult to verify this claim. But I have spoken to many women who complain about the effect Andrew's rhetoric is having on their lives. To protect them from harassment, I've agreed not to.
Well, guess what? This part of the documentary did not have additional evidence because he was not allowed to talk to the women there. But guess what? We now have additional evidence. Shouts out to the DIICOT because their investigation has been concluded. And Andrew Tate is now in jail, at least waiting for a trial, or specifically that, actually, the lover boy method that he used.
Andrew's views represent a new era in modern misogyny,
Start talking to some bitches. Say, me and my man are gonna fuck.
where you can now not only talk openly about subjugating and objectifying women, but doing so actually garners millions of committed fans.
Yeah. Misogyny was not invented by Andrew Tate, right? If anything, Andrew Tate utilized misogyny to skyrocket the fame, a thing that I've mentioned many, many times over. But the worst thing that happened was he got so much fucking clout out of it. And the one thing that will change people's minds in this day and age, especially young men who are already like geared towards having misogynistic takes in general, is a motherfucker who is now famous off of saying that sort of shit. Because they're like, oh, this is so sick. He's like so cool. He's so famous. I will maybe be able to clout farm in a similar capacity.
The level that you can operate at when you're actually a G.
The most hardcore of them have traveled here to Romania to join the War Room.
The War Room is a fraternity. We're a brotherhood which is designed to inspire the best from our brothers. They have to have the mentality and the pedigree to survive. There's tests, and if you do them, you can stay inside.
We've left Bucharest and we're driving into the Carpathian Mountains to meet Andrew and his inner circle for the War Room, which is going to involve something called the test.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Being a man is about literally defending those who can't defend themselves. If you want to think about like being a man, being alpha, whatever the fuck, whatever values you associate with it, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, most people assume that you're talking about being confident and being a protector, right? The sheepdog. It's like, this is literally the exact opposite. Beating on someone who is like defenseless and continuously pummeling on them is the exact opposite of being a fucking man. Being a man is by teaching that other man how to fight appropriately, building them up.
I've made it into Andrew Tate's War Room, where 100 of his biggest fans have flown in from all across the world, each paying $5,000 to have their manhood tested by the one they refer to as Commander. None of us know what he has in store.
I welcome you all to the test. There is a cage fighting event, and every single one of you has been paired against a professional fighter. You will fight in the cage on national television, and it's a real fight. There are two paths you can go down. You can agree to fight, or you can decide that it's not for you. You have 1 hour to think and make a decision. Does anyone have any questions to ask me? There's no training before this fight. If you've been walking through life too lazy to train, is that your problem or my problem?
I couldn't help overhearing some disagreement within the War Room.
I think he wants to talk to you, wink, wink.
That's his wizard, by the way. That's his wizard.
What the hell are you doing? What's his...
It's gonna be fine, bro. We have an ambulance, we have medics. No one get knocked out. Don't worry about it.
At the center of it all was Andrew's right-hand man, Iggy Semmelweis.
Here I will share with you my secrets.
He's the self-proclaimed greatest hypnotist in the world.
You will learn the power of hypnosis.
And seemed to have an agenda that expanded beyond the War Room itself into something larger and darker.
Your sons will marry their daughters. Your daughters will marry their sons. You will create legacies. Enjoying those juicy steaks, that finer scotch, those smoother cigars.
He refused to speak to us, but it's clear that he has a big role to play in whatever the War Room's real agenda is.
This is the War Room of Andrew Tate.
Welcome to the test.
Now is decision time. You are getting in the cage to fight a professional fighter who is trained to hurt you. Anyone who is fighting, please stand up. Anyone who is not fighting, you can stay seated, and we will begin the other program.
Why did you say no?
I have been in the ring before, but just sparring. But I was like, professionals and Russians, like they guys are serious. I was just too scared. So then afterwards, I felt bad.
Also, dude, imagine being a fucking pro fighter and going up against the dude with like a CPA body like this and scaring them.
Professionals and Russians, like they guys are serious. I was just
like, look at this. What are you doing, dog? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, CPA body, CPAP at home. Exactly. What the fuck? My man literally has titties. Like, you feel proud of yourself? Like, the fuck?
Damn,
Just
man.
scared. So then afterwards, I felt bad about myself, and I was angry at myself because I came here to be tested.
Andrew Tate has obviously said a lot of kind of controversial things online.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
A lot of things are very controversial, but I think the bottom of his message is a very, very positive one. Because if I'm not tough on myself, nobody else will be. Nobody really cares about me if I don't care about me, right? That's what I learned from Andrew Tate.
If you're like an actual fucking fighter who has fought in the ring, I think you're a piece of shit if you're going after a dude who's like not even physically fit and like trying to fucking scare them. You know what I mean? That's crazy. The wildest part about this is that these people have very reasonable goals on its face. These are very normal goals. It's normal to want to better yourself. It's normal to want to make more money. It's normal to have some financial freedom. It's normal to want to improve yourself. These are things I basically advocate for every goddamn day. The issue is these are rudderless men who are looking at the worst solution to their problems, which is by basically going in and paying $5,000 to get their shit beat up by a professional fighter.
Interviewing under the chaperone's supervision is proving restrictive.
Yeah? No alpha craziness. He's an animal, this one.
So we can't speak to anyone?
The core belief driving the war room and what men here are seeking is a misogynist fantasy of a time when they were kings and women were subjugated. It's at the heart of what Andrew Tate is selling.
Just their production value is like so odd. Like their productions are so strange. Why do they make these like porno style videos? I don't get it.
Just look at the tweets of Iggy Semmelweis, his second in command. My webcam girl is home 100% of the time, has no time nor interest in going out. She sleeps, cooks, cleans, does her shows, gives me all the money, gets railed by me and our girlfriends, then smiles, thanks me, and goes and does it again tomorrow. Welcome to the war room.
Dude, if you're like a 50-year-old man and you say gets railed by me and my girlfriends, ever, it's over. Jail. I'm not even hyper focusing on like what he was talking about like sex slavery, stuff like that. But you should go to jail. I got Tate DMing me on stream right now, calling me a cuck. These kids are awesome. They're watching this and thinking that like, this is good. Like, I don't understand. And you're a cuck for thinking this is bad. I mean, at least you're not cucked by the prison system in Romania. You know what I mean? That's probably a big L. Like, it is low key a very big L to just like successfully evade rape charges in the UK, openly move to Romania because you think they have looser laws around rape, create a sex trafficking ring, and then get owned by the Romanian authorities who you talk so much shit about over and over again. Like, here, I'll use like the LW spectrum for some of you tater tots to understand. It's a big L. It is pretty obvious. It is pretty obvious that like these guys would most likely be fans of Jeffrey Epstein if Jeffrey Epstein also had like, a TikTok following.
This is the war room of Andrew Tate.
With the PR crisis going on, Andrew's team are eager for some good press. So they send an extra friendly chaperone to sell me on the benefits of the war room experience.
I'm Alpha Wolf.
Okay.
My role is to be Alpha Wolf.
Bro, this is so unserious. How are you going to be a whole ass man, a grown ass adult, and then have this motherfucker turn around and be like, I am Alpha Wolf? Is this the furry convention? What's happening? It's so sad that like there are so many men who are suffering. Okay, I admit that. I recognize that there are so many men who are just like not having a good fucking time. They feel like the future is bleak. Okay, and the only motherfuckers that they can turn to are just like these podcast gurus, who are also just as insecure as they are. It's just that they recognize how to dupe all these like lonely, rudderless men. Vice Hasanabi, it's almost like it's an echo chamber, but on steroids. What's up, Vice? Nice documentary, by the way.
While the men who chose to fight are paraded in front of the crowd, Andrew's team shamed those who refused.
This shaming hold. Hold on to it. Don't let it go.
Whether or not they fought, all the men here paid $5,000 to the only real winner in this performance, Andrew Tate.
For the people who want to stay and relax, there's some chicks, don't know where they're from. Yeah, let's have fun. I hope you all enjoyed it.
We're told not to film the celebrations that conclude the evening, and it's not clear exactly what goes on. But once outside the lobby, we could clearly see a room containing naked women being photographed. In the days afterwards, Tate is banned from YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, to the protest of his fans.
They have shut us.
Wait, was that fucking? That was like, I think that was like Aiden Ross at like one of the fucking nightclubs. I'm not even kidding.
Us down. This is warfare against the West.
For a moment, it seems the deplatforming has worked. But then, he reappears on Instagram with an emoji covering his face.
You're lost. You understand you're living inside of a mechanism which is designed to control you, but you don't.
He moves to Dubai, converts to Islam, sets up a new bank entirely owned by him, and rebrands the Hustlers University as the real world. In the first month after being deplatformed, he made $11 million and got 250 million views on TikTok alone. Months later, Elon Musk reinstates his Twitter account and he gains 1 million followers in 24 hours.
I have no criminal charges. There's no charges at all against me. I have not hurt any women. No women are coming forward saying Andrew hit me. Zero.
Oops.
Andrew maintains that he has never abused a woman. But when we get back from Romania, we finally manage to speak to some women from his past.
A big thing that upset me a lot was everyone saying it's a character, it's a character, it's a character, when I know it's not.
I hate when motherfuckers use winky
To
face.
suddenly
It's so
see
lame.
him pop up on TikTok just made me really angry. Because people don't know what he's done.
Amelia began seeing Andrew in 2013. Due to fear of harassment from his fans, she is withholding her real name.
I always knew, even back in the day, there was always things said bad about him. But when I'd seen him again in 2013, I thought, oh, all these rumours about him may be false because he's actually been really lovely. The first time I went around his house, because before it was like maybe 3-4 times we've gone on dates, we started to make out on the bed. Out of the blue, he literally just stopped what he was doing and just laid back. He said, I'm just contemplating whether I should rape you or not.
Trigger warning, obviously. Sexual assault. We've seen
And
this
I
already,
promise
but
you, in an instant, he changed. He just jumped straight on top of me, grabbed my throat, started suffocating me, strangling me. The more I didn't want to, it made him so much more aggressive to the point where he was pinning me down, hurting me. The things he was saying to me, he was like, who do you belong to? Who do you belong to? And the more I couldn't say it, the more he'd hurt me. So I couldn't see an escape. And at that point, I just gave up. I just gave up. And then when it stopped, he went to the bathroom and acted as if it was normal. So I'm like, maybe I did. Did I want it? Did I not? I definitely said to him, please don't, and he told me, shut the fuck up. Definitely got strangled. I definitely didn't want it. Did he think I wanted it? He looked back, the psychological warfare you have with yourself is like, you couldn't even imagine. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't understand it unless you've been through it. Can't even say the damn word.
Have you since come to terms with the notion that that may not have been consensual, that may have...
Uh-oh. They're coming. The tater tots are coming. I'm at the gym and a guy just came up to me to say, watching you causes brain rot, Lamau, SOS, help. I mean, they might be a fan. I say that too, regularly.
I know for a fact it wasn't consensual.
But it's hard to use the word.
Even though I know technically it's true, that did happen, that is what happened to me, I still don't like vocalizing it.
Amelia's method of coping with the alleged rapes was to pretend to herself that it was a normal relationship.
The abuse wasn't consensual because he knew I didn't want it, which he confirms in multiple voice messages and texts to me.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. Turn me on. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't fucking pass out. And all the women I've ever slept with, not a single one has ever bitched or complained like you are bitching and complaining now.
Every few months, Andrew would send me on a different number a message to remind me of how dangerous he was.
I thought I'd remind you of the caliber of man I am. I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet.
No, Amelia is a fake name that they gave her, not the real name.
Scare tactics to make sure I wouldn't go anywhere, go to the police, wouldn't report, would always be under his control. It was always to remind me that he was there.
After 6 months, Amelia eventually left Andrew when she says she began to fear for her own life. In 2014, she also decided to report the incident to police, who logged it.
A year after, I got a phone call from a police officer from Hertfordshire Police. She said to me, we have 2 other...
How does you ask your question, how does Aiden Ross see this and still like him? If you think Aiden Ross has seen this, you're out of your mind. Not saying that he wouldn't be a fan of Andrew Tate even after this, but like you have to understand, for most people, they have not looked this deep into it. Okay, they just think like, oh yeah, he says a lot of funny stuff and he's got cool cars, and I like that, and I want to be like that.
Girls that have come forward and said the exact same thing as you. Would you please be willing to come onto this investigation to make this case stronger? And without any hesitation, I said yes. And I thought, well, if there's 2 other girls, I'm not alone now. I'm not alone.
One of those women was Sally. She was 20 when Andrew Tate approached her for webcam work. Due to fears of harassment from his fan base, she is also withholding her real name.
First night that I worked for him, Andrew bought me like 5 bottles of wine. So I got completely drunk because I'd never done webcam work. So I was very, very nervous. Then that night, we were just sitting on the bed and Andrew punched me in my arm. I went to the bathroom and cried. It really, really hurt to have someone just hit me in the arm for no reason. I was very confused. Sorry. Sorry, I don't want to cry.
It's okay.
So then when I came out of the bathroom, he was super, super nice. Like, from what I remember, Andrew didn't have any alcohol at all. It was literally just me. That night we cuddled and we ended up having sex, and I was really, really drunk. That was my first night. Then it was kind of like every single night I would work.
Were there any other instances where there was physical abuse?
He used to strangle us as well. There was another time when he came into the bedroom, me and the other girl, we would sleep in the same bed with Andrew, but at this time the girl had a partner, so she was not interested in Andrew at all. And I had gone to the shower, I came back and I noticed he was, like, I saw him raping her. And when he threatened to beat me up in the bathroom.
There's a picture of me, Gino.
Fuck, if you call the police, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
That's a pretty decent
That's
picture
kind
of me.
when I knew, I had to get out of there. I stopped working for Andrew about March, April time, and I went to the police shortly after that.
I had a
Nothing
couple
was
of them
done,
around
really.
here.
The other girl that he had raped, she went to the police. And then that's when they arrested him and took him into custody for like 2 days.
Just a couple.
When Andrew was arrested, we were taken in for a proper interview, and it kind of just got left. I would send emails asking them to update. I'd hear nothing back.
When we reached out to Hertfordshire Police about this, they had this
Shout out to Johnny Dang.
They acknowledged that there were some delays to the investigation. This was addressed at the time and apologies were made. The decision to prosecute based on the police's evidence would be up to the...
They
Long
literally
time ago.
blamed the victim. The Hertfordshire police unironically turned around and said, hey, sorry, because you were in a relationship with your abusive rapist, it would further traumatize you if we took this to court and then you would lose. So we're just not even going to prosecute. We're not even going to try.
The Crown Prosecution Service.
Unfortunately, they turned around and just said, oh, we can't continue this case anymore. It's just insufficient evidence.
You witnessed the rape occurring. Did that not count as evidence for them?
No. They openly said it's really, really difficult to prove rape. Very difficult.
The Crown Prosecution Service said, in this case, we carefully reviewed all the evidence provided by the police regarding each complainant and
For the record, a study was conducted internally in
78.
England that showed that in England and Wales, the CPS study
But I'll
conducted
take it.
showed that they literally were criminally negligent in not pursuing rape charges, and their mistreatment of victims was like unironically a problem. So much so that like they conducted a study on them on their own. Cops looked at other cops, basically, or at least like the government looked at the cops' mishandling of rape investigations. It is crazy.
I appreciate you, Gina. Thank you.
And there was no realistic prospect of a conviction.
It's just, you know,
In the UK, only
one of those crazy streams, right? That it just kind of manifests itself. And I'm sure this young man doesn't mind. But yeah, just wow. Because he's right. A lot of times we don't look at it this deep, do we? We don't.
1 in 100
He's free
reported rapes
tonight.
result in a charge, let alone a conviction.
He is free tonight.
In a statement issued via his lawyer in Romania, Tate denied the assault or rape. He said, "They wanted money because I fired them. The police understood after the investigation that I am innocent, and the police found messages from the girls' phones where they were talking between themselves and planning to lie about me." Sally said, the CPS sent a letter saying that one of the reasons they didn't charge Tate was because they found voice notes on our phones where we talked about whether we should tell the police that he gave us alcohol. We were talking about it because that is what happened. He used to get us drunk.
They clearly didn't think a text from a man to a woman saying, I love raping you. I know what I do to you is abusive and controlling. To CPS, apparently, that's not enough.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Most of the time, these guys are supposed to be so grossed out by sex that any kind of mention of sex even like deserves a lot of seriousness, right? These are like conservatives. They think like, you know, you're violating the purity of a woman every time you fuck them. So it should be done between a wife and a husband. But I mean, that's just how it is with patriarchy. They're so fucking insane.
Thank you, Gino. I
When
appreciate
you
that.
have text messages basically proving that you fucking raped someone. Doesn't matter. They will literally look the other way.
I did the bravest thing I think I ever done in my life, which was hell. 4 years of absolute hell, going through an investigation without anyone knowing, and basically to do it alone was all a waste.
Despite repeated requests, Tate's lawyer did not provide a response to Amelia's allegation.
The person who didn't want to use the word to describe what happened to her is almost enough to describe how badly traumatized she was by it. Yeah.
Wait, how many congresses that are PDFs? Wait, what do you mean by that?
An investigation into Andrew Tate and his brother.
Because you know me, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying. You know, we're just now getting to the point where we even have, you know, information on who was down at Epstein Island. All these well-connected, rich politicians, former presidents, ooh, even Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, some of the richest people in the world.
Police accused them of using the Loverboy method to traffic at least 6 women into a Romania-based webcam sex business. But we now know similar allegations have dogged Tate for years. His followers are obsessed with the idea that the Matrix is conspiring against him. But if anyone in this story is the victim of a conspiracy, is it the multi-millionaire celebrity? Or is it the women who who claim they were abandoned by the system.
You know, you see all these young men talking about how he's such a great guy and he's their idol and stuff, and that's so difficult to see. There are better role models out there. Don't be fooled by all the money.
This is the biggest lie of 2023. Is that what you said? Wait, before that guy got banned, is that what he was saying? Stop hating. No way. 3 women accused and he's free. If you know anything about rape, it's so easy in court. Wait, what? Bro, there's like literal evidence. That's crazy. He said rape is so easy to prosecute and charge. Like, can you imagine a world in which 3 women accused him and he's free? Motherfucker, we live in that world. Some of you are so stupid. It's like whenever Joe Rogan says, oh, dude, it's like unbelievable about a thing that is unbelievable because it didn't happen. Unbelievable. Yeah, dude, because it didn't happen. This, you think it's fucking insane. They basically fucking mentioned exactly how it happened. They literally openly talked about how the British police have systematically failed in prosecuting rape charges. And you're over here going, oh, dude, that's unbelievable. That's crazy. That would never happen. What is happening, man? What is going on? Do Andrew Tate fans like fucking hear about, you know, their daddy in a fucking Vice documentary and like their daddy's enemy watching him or something? And then you come in here like, how do you find this? I genuinely want to fucking know.
And the nice cars and all the women. Working on yourself and becoming a better man and better mindset. Yeah, but real men don't lay their hands on women.
Yo, bro, I love your take, but banning the guy. I love your takes, but banning the guy instead of lecturing him and giving him a chance to read process the situation is kind of unfair. Okay,
It's
you might be
kind
new
of
here, so you don't know. So I'll chalk it up to that. Okay, look at the rest of the chat. Look at the rest of the chat. The chat wants me to ban you too. I'm going to go ahead and assume that even though you've been following since 2020, you
Oh,
don't come in
shit.
here and participate enough, and that's why you don't know. I mean, I'll unban him right now to prove the point. But the reality is, like, a lot of those people just come in here just to fuck around and just say, like, the most insane, moronic shit. Yeah, defending rape and saying how free it is not something we want in this chat, let alone Earth. Exactly.
Damn. I am subscribed, okay? I am fucking subscribed. Hold on a second. Let me leave a comment. Oh, man. Wow. I can appreciate that, okay? I can appreciate the fact that also, too, like, just listening to him, I know where to go to find out the rest of anything I want to know about Andrew Tate, right? I like him. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I like him. Anyway, guys, I've been up here long enough. All right. I've been up here long enough. I've did my due diligence. Okay. I'm out of here. I'm going to go, damn. I'm going to go finish watching a movie that I started earlier today, I think. And I'm lay it down while these birds are chirping so loudly all through the night, which is it's still very perplexing to me that I'm hearing like birds as if it's 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's very weird. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Have I never noticed it before? I don't know. But I'm out of here, guys. I'll see y'all later.